British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has verbally dealt against opponents of the corona vaccination. I want to say to those who oppose vaccination, the people who spread this hocus pocus on social media, you are completely wrong, said Johnson on Thursday. These people would tell utter nonsense about vaccination. Great Britain is one of the countries hardest hit by the coronavirus in Europe. According to official figures, almost 150,000 people have died since the pandemic began. Since the appearance of the Omicron variant at the end of November, the number of infections has increased again. It is a tragedy that the national health system, the NHS, is so under pressure that our doctors and nurses are having so many difficulties, said Johnson. In this situation, there is no need for people to spread untruths about the protective corona vaccinations, and by the way, not about the numbers as well. Incidence here is 300, it's 2,000 in the UK, so don't lie in the comments. The Prime Minister underlined that unlike other European countries, the UK continues to rely entirely on voluntary vaccination. He says, "We have a voluntary approach in this country and we will keep it." In some countries, there's now a general or specific compulsory vaccination. It was only on Wednesday that Italy introduced compulsory vaccination for over 50-year-olds. And in Scotland, changes are being made to self-isolation rules in line with public health advice and testing requirements to help maximize testing capacity and ensure a speedier start to the process of contact tracing. In a statement to the Scottish Parliament, First Minister Nicola Sturgeon announced that anyone who tests positive for COVID-19, regardless of vaccination status, must still self-isolate for 10 days. However, from January 6th or since January 6th, new cases will be advised they can end self-isolation if they don't have a fever and test negative on a lateral flow test on day 6 and again at least 24 hours later. Triple vaccinated close contacts of those who test positive, both household and non-household, or those under the age of 18 and 4 months, do not need to isolate as long as they return a negative LFD test result each day for 7 consecutive days and remain fever-free. The intention is for the public to be sufficiently reassured of a negative COVID-19 status during the potential incubation period. Any close contact who is not fully vaccinated with 3 doses will still have to self-isolate for the 10 days and take a PCR test. Changes are also being made to testing after a positive LFD. People will no longer be asked to take a PCR test to confirm the result. Instead, anyone with a positive LFD should report the result online as soon as the test is done. This ensures that people can get the advice they need as quickly as possible. After reporting their result, people should then fill in the online form they will receive so that contacts can also be informed and rapidly given the correct advice. And First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said about this, "When the Omicron variant started to take hold, we strengthened self-isolation requirements so that all household contacts had to self-isolate for 10 days. That step was intended to slow the spread of the variant. It also reflected the fact that we knew less about the severity of the virus at that time and that less of the population had protection from booster and third jabs. We're now in a different position, and so we can now adopt different rules. These changes are significant, but we believe they are also justified at this phase of the pandemic. They balance the importance of self-isolation in slowing the virus spread and reducing the harm it can cause with the wider harms to the economy that broader self-isolation rules can cause. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.